All right, let's take questions for Kiana. Who's up first this round? Let's go to Elliot Allman. Elliot, let's hear from you.
Hi, I think I've unmuted. Is that correct?
I can
Hello?
hear, I can hear you.
Oh,
You're good to go.
great. Okay, thanks, Kiana. Thanks for taking time. Um, what do you like best about this team? I mean, you're the senior and you've seen so many different teams, but what do you like about this particular team?
I like how there's a lot of things that I like about this team, but some things that stick out are how close we are. Being on the road, for 10 weeks. I think we were forced to spend more time with each other, and that wasn't a bad thing. And on the court, we're all really talented, and we hold each other accountable. So just I think the adversity that we went through being on the road, I think that has helped us on the court. So we're so close. We're fine, with getting on each other, and we're gonna need that. I'm Cam, our freshman, Cam, Jan, and Aggie. You see me doing something wrong, say something. So we just hold each other accountable, and it's always out of love.
Let's move on to Travis Reesick. Go ahead, Travis.
Hey, Kiana. What does it mean to get the opportunity to play this tournament back close to home for you? And second part of that, can you also reflect a little bit on those days playing at Wagner, being in the same backcourt as Amber, and seeing both of you go on and have so much success in college? And maybe if things work out, you could meet up with her.
Yeah, it's it hasn't hit me yet, but just to be going home and playing in front of a family, it's I don't have the words for it. It's a blessing. I hope me and Amber, I hope our teams match up. That'll be just for the city of San Antonio, that'll be huge. Stanford versus Arkansas, and both of us from San Antonio, just putting the city on notice. And I know she's gonna have a lot of family members there. I'm gonna have a lot of family members there, and our Wagner days together. There some memories are gonna come back. She's gonna be talking trash. I'm gonna be talking trash back to her. So extremely, hopefully that happens. But I'm just so excited. It's crazy, what senior, can have their, play their last college games in their hometown. How does that happen? So I'm just extremely thankful, thankful for the moment. Just gonna take one day at a time. Not looking down, the road. We have Utah Valley to get ready for, so that's what we're gonna do.
Let's go back to Ann Killian. Go ahead, Ann.
Thank you. Kiana, do you take kind of a big picture view, just what does it mean to just have this experience again of watching the bracket unfold after not being able to do it last year? And just, it was a year ago Friday, I think, that the tournament was canceled. Just how did it feel, and how does it change what you feel about this whole experience?
It puts things into perspective. We can't take things for granted. Last year, this was taken away from us. So, our freshmen, our sophomores this year, they didn't have the opportunity to go get dancing. So, our sophomores and freshmen, just seeing the joy in their faces, and the suspense, was rising. Are we going to be a 1 seed? Are we going to be a 1 seed? And when we finally saw our names, just how excited everyone was. And I'm just so excited for our sophomores and freshmen to, experience this. To me, they say Christmas is the best time of the year, but I think March Madness is the best time of the year. So I can't stress enough how excited I am for our underclassmen.
Next question from Janie McCauley. Go ahead, Janie.
Hi, Kiana. Nice to see you. What has this whole journey been like this year? I mean, just like nothing else you've ever experienced. And do you feel like you're through it, or did it prepare you for the NCAA tournament like nothing else before, having spent so much time living out of hotel rooms? And just, are you amazed when you think back at what you ladies did to get to this point?
Oh, absolutely. It's been quite the journey. While we were in it, it sucked. And, some days, we didn't want to practice, or, we didn't want to be there. But we had each other to lean on and helped each other get through it. And now that we're several weeks out of that, living out of a hotel, we're better prepared, and we know what to expect because we did it for 10 weeks. So we can do it for 3 weeks. I think in that aspect, I think we're going to be the most prepared team. No other team had to go through that. So as one of Tar's favorite quotes is, every disappointment is a blessing. So it was disappointing that we couldn't play here at Maples, but hopefully in the end, it'll be a blessing for us.
And Kiana, what's the biggest thing you learned about some of your teammates through that process? And is there one story in particular or one moment that sticks out to you during those months on the road and moving around?
I just learned how mentally tough everyone is. It was exhausting and draining at times. Just to go straight from practice back to the hotel, or you have class, you have to watch your Zoom class, in the hotel in isolation. So just how strong my teammates are. It takes a special individual to get through that, and we held each other. We checked in on each other every day and got through it. As far as a story, I guess a story that sticks out is just after that UCLA loss, our very next practice, I forget what gym we were at, but it was a high school gym and the lights were off. So and I'm like, what can go wrong? How bad can things get? Like, how worse can things get? I'm losing my train of thought, but yeah, we had just lost. We're practicing in a high school gym. The floor is slippery. The lights are off. I'm just like, what else is going to be thrown at us? So we got through all that, and here we are.
We've got time for a couple more here again. It looks like a couple of you joined late. We will send out the audio. Let's go to Steve Kroner.
Kiana, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing fine, thank you. If you were going to just focus on the court, what are one or two things on the court that you guys think will carry you through 6 games? And what's one or two things about which you're worried that you need to improve to get through 6 games?
I'd say just being locked in on defense. I think our defense gets our offense going. So when we're locked in, locked into our scouting report, defensively taking things that the other team likes to do, making it hard for them to score, I think that, energizes us and lets us get out running offensively. What was the second part of your question? I'm sorry.
The second part is maybe you're sort of answering that. What will be one or two things about which you're concerned that might not let you get through 6 games?
Just looking at a team's record or their ranking. We're all in one location, so no one has home court advantage, quote unquote, although we are the home team. It's my hometown, I'm just playing. But not looking at Utah Valley. They're a 16th seed team, but we can't take them lightly. They're in the tournament for a reason. So we're going to scout them just as much as we're going to, if we make it to the Final Four of the championship game, we're going to scout them just as hard as we would later in the tournament. So not taking any team lightly, not taking any possessions off. It's win or go home, literally. So I don't want to literally go home. I want to stay in San Antonio and play.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, let's wrap it up with Cheryl Coward. Go ahead, Cheryl.
Hi, Kiana. Nice glasses. We never get to see you in your glasses. Throughout the season, even though it's been a tough, surreal season, your team has had 10 to 12 players playing in every game. Is this the deepest team that you've played on in all of your college career here? And what is it like to be able to have, bigs that run up and down, that can run the court, defensive players like Anna with you?
I would have to agree that this is one of the deepest teams I've been on in my last 4 years. Extremely talented, both experienced and young players. I think that's really where our strength is how deep we are. You can't really just, scout on me or scout on Lexi, scout on any one player. Anyone could be our leading scorer. So I think that having that in mind, we don't really go into games worried about who's going to score the most points. It's, who has a hot hand. Okay, Haley's feeling it tonight, so we need to get Haley more shots. And then as far as having bigs that run the floor, you know, it just makes my job easier. You know, when they're getting rebounds, outletting to me and running the floor hard, I want to reward them by giving them the ball back and letting them finish. And then Anna, you know, Anna just, you know, she sets the tone for us on defense. I kind of compete with, Anna doesn't know this, but I kind of compete with her, you know, her not letting her person score. I don't want to let my person score. So I think when we feed off each other like that, we're a really dangerous team.
Thanks. Have fun at home.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kiana. Good luck at home.
Thank you.
Take care.